Hello everybody and welcome to Belle's channel and to Belle's Fallout 4 Survival Guide. We are here with X6-88 and I am hoping to get idolized with him, even though like the last video we got him as a companion. I have enabled a mod. I have previously used it in this video and survival guide, not in this video, in this survival guide. Basically it just makes affinity like 3 times or 5 times faster to get. So like 1 like would equal like a love instead. So you know, X6-88, he has a lot of repetitive things. You know, you can hack terminals, you can modify armor, modify weapons, modify power armor, get in power armor. They're all things he likes. So I'm going to show you a few of them things. And I've purely enabled the mod just so it goes by really quick, instead of wasting hours and hours doing these repeated quests, repeated actions, which would waste a lot of time, you know, on the videos, and it'd just be a wasted video. And then I don't have to keep making like a 2-minute video when he reaches a certain, like, where he wants to talk to me, then end the video, then do all the repetitive stuff, then you do get another video going where he's speaking again, and you know, or just doing a whole really long video on that. It's just a bit of a wasted time, so it's easier if I can just rapidly do it, which is why I'm using that mod. You can use the mod if you want to, even if you want to get the perks and hear about the stories without having to actually change your playthrough to fit each companion's affinity. Anyway, so today we're going to be doing basically the things with X6-88. We might have a little bit of a exploration, probably not, but we're also doing this, building a better crop. I have been asked to deliver genetically modified seeds to the Roger Warwick synth at Warwick Homestead. I've been given a code phrase to identify myself as an agent of the Institute.
Mr. Warwick?
Didn't run into too much trouble coming out here, I hope.
So we have come here before. We were with that doing the Adam Cats thing, and we kind of got introduced to him, and they, like, their father was this big alcoholic and they were all starving to death when a super mutant attack rolled in. But then one day he just completely changed and started working hard, and which is what it is. So this is kind of where it was changed for the better, but even though he's a synth.
Some blood bugs chased me halfway across the Commonwealth, but I made it.
Yeah, those things can be pretty territorial. Glad they didn't catch you. Since you traveled all this way, how about a quick tour? Right this way, if you please. I'll show you what we've been up to here at the Warwick Homestead.
So there appears to be somebody missing.
Treatment plan.
There's usually
That's why the soil here is so fertile.
There's Roger, his wife June, daughter Janie, son Wally. There's Bill Sutton, and then there's Cedric Hopton. But I don't see him. He might be in there.
Not sure how long these metal structures are going to last, but seem to have weathered the elements pretty well so far.
Yep. Oh, yawning.
You got the seeds? Good. I'll take those. Listen, I need your help. The whole operation's in danger of being exposed.
And you need me to help bail your ass out.
Hey, I'm doing the best I can, but I'm on my own up here. Now, let me give you the details. I think my foreman, Bill Sutton, suspects what I really am. He's been spying on me and having secret conversations with our farmhand, Cedric. Now, he's starting to work on my wife and kids, trying to turn them against me, too.
Your incompetence has jeopardized the entire operation.
They aren't your wife and kids. Don't lose perspective here.
I know that. It's just... It's a habit, I guess. I've gotten used to saying it. Anyway, there's more to it. Cedric's vanished. Bill says he had to visit a sick relative, but I think he went to get help.
You have no idea where Cedric is. You're helpless, Roger.
Of course I know. The whole point of their plan was to keep me from finding out. But I have a feeling that someone around here does. Bill's taken June and the kids into his confidence. He might have told them what he's planning. Right now, they're too suspicious to talk to me about it, but they've got no reason to suspect you. Just remember, Bill's got them all pretty scared. It's not gonna be easy.
Radiation. Shit. This is not good.
Okay. So we need to speak to Wally, June, and Janie.
Sorry, lady, but I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
Well, I'm not a stranger. I'm a friend of your father's, and I'm here to help him.
Oh, good. I'm really glad you're here, because I'm scared something bad is gonna happen to my dad. Foreman Bill said Dad's a synth. It's like a robot, looks like a real person. Foreman Bill said he had an idea to take care of our synth problem. He gave Cedric some caps and said in a good neighbor. I wish they would just leave my dad alone.
There we go. So we've discovered his plan. We need to now go to Good Neighbor and talk to Cedric Hopton and find out what's going on.
A lot of runners come through here. They think it's a safe place.
So pop down to the third rail. It's kind of weird because now that I'm reaching the end of the game, well, not end of the game, but like the end of the main bit, it kind of feels like I'm really distant from these places like Diamond City and Good Neighbor. I don't know whether you've experienced that at all, but it feels very strange because you just feel like I'm part of something bigger than just Good Neighbor. You know what I mean? And that's why I kind of get annoyed with games.
And stay free, sister.
Alright, it's
no
Cedric.
quarrel with you.
I want to know what you and Bill Sutton are planning.
Yeah? What's it to you?
You don't need to know why. Just trust me when I say it's important.
Friend, I don't know where you're from, but let me tell you something. Here in the Commonwealth, it takes a hell of a lot more to earn a man's trust than just your say-so. Thing is, I don't see how any of this is your goddamn business. Unless maybe Roger put you up to this. Tell you what, though. Maybe we can help each other out. If I've learned anything here, it's that information's got a price. Just like everything else. I got no particular loyalty to Bill Sutton or to Roger Warwick. So make me an offer, and let's see what happens.
Now, X6-88 doesn't... You can get affinity if you say
A
anger.
man's life is at stake and you're fishing for a bribe? You're pathetic.
That's just how it is up here. You get used to it.
Then I guess this conversation's over.
You ready to be reasonable now?
You know the score, friend.
So quick save. We'll do the sympathetic thing.
I know you're in a tough situation here, but lives are at stake. Please, help me.
Or perhaps we should use a more forceful method of persuasion.
Bill isn't the only one who's afraid. People all over the Commonwealth are talking about this institute. But maybe you're right. Maybe we are letting that fear get the best of us. Truth is, this whole trip was a damn fool idea if you ask me. Bill hands me a fistful of caps and says, go to Good Neighbor. They got all kinds of shady characters there. Find us a mercenary. So I'm supposed to find some contact killer like I know how. And then hire him to take out Roger. First I agreed, but now I'm thinking to hell with Bill Sutton. I'll just stick around here for a while. Of course, he's probably figured out that I ain't coming back. Might just take matters into his own hands. As frightened as he is, the man's capable of just about anything.
Cool, so
Peace,
bollocks. Now Bill Sutton may be taking it into his own hands, and we need to really rush back because Bill Sutton may be doing something he shouldn't be. Even though we know Roger Warwick is still a you know, we know he's still like a bad guy, we'll you know, we'll do this. Okay, now we need to fast travel back towards it. Yeah, so even though we know Warwick is a synth, we aren't going to kill him because that wouldn't gain this affinity with thingy. And I think even though he's a synth with that, he's not a bad guy, and he doesn't seem to be a bad guy. He seems to really like his family. And like the old Rod Warwick was an alcoholic, he didn't care about his family, he nearly starved them. So I suppose he's not bad, is he? Okay. You're gonna notice the doors is shut. Let's just quick save before we go in.
One way or another, you're gonna admit what you really are. When you do,
But he's right here,
another
Bill.
one of Roger's
You're
mysterious
insane.
friends.
Please, I'm begging you. Let's just talk about this.
You, I know you're part of this. You probably killed the real Roger so this thing could take his place.
Calm
Calm down, Bill. You're letting fear get the better of you.
I should be afraid. Everyone should. These synths are everywhere. Who the hell are you, anyway? I'll tell you who you are. You're one of them! You show up out of nowhere, have your secret chat with Roger, and the next thing I see, you're off looking for Cedric! That's right, I figured it out. I know you're up to something, and I ain't gonna trust a word you say!
Whatever action you take here, you better be prepared for the consequences.
That goes for both of us. So what do you plan to do, stranger? Are you ready to take a bullet for a synth?
Quick save. Yes.
If it means protecting innocent people from a madman, yes.
A madman? Is that what you think I am? I know what I've seen. At least, I think I do. What else could explain it? None of you believe me, do you? Am I really crazy? I don't know. I was so sure about Roger. Jesus. What if I'm wrong? What if I was about to... right in front of June and the kids? I have to leave. I'm sorry. I need to sort things out. I've lost sight of things.
And X6-88 loves that.
Thank God you were here.
You okay?
Yeah, mostly. I thought for sure I was a dead man.
You were careless. You let your guard down and it almost got you killed.
I know. I guess I was hoping we could convince Bill he was wrong. Guess I didn't realize how desperate he was. You can tell our mutual friends that I'll get those seeds in the ground and have a report ready soon. In the meantime, you be safe out there.
I'd like to trade some items.
Of course.
We need more water. Even another water pump would help.
Yeah, because now they're a settlement, you've now got to fix all their problems.
Don't I the Brahmin?
Which I'm not going to do right now. So pop back to the Institute whenever you're ready. But I'm going to pop to Abernathy Farm. And I'm just going to show you some of these things that you can do. Like repeated actions. So pop back around here. as you say, I've set up a little bit of a thing. So if we get, you know, stuff ready. So he likes it when you...
This is crazy. What's gotten into you? I'm no Sith.
I'm not letting him walk away. Glad you're here. We've got a synth infiltrator on our hands.
That's a lie. I'm no Sith.
It's nothing but paranoia. He's just as human as the rest of us.
He's a goddamned Institute infiltrator. He may look human, but he's not. I've been watching him.
Please, don't let them do this.
Okay. Interrogate.
Look, if you're a synth, you'd better admit it. I can help you.
Okay, I am Synth, but you have got to get them to lay off. They're blowing my cover here.
So I don't know what thing you like. So let's do not a synth.
Let him go. He's not a synth.
My God. Thank you. We're good then, right?
So that gets the love.
Okay, but I'm keeping my eye on you. Got it?
Just leave him alone, will ya?
Hey.
What do you
So
got
that
a minute
worked.
to talk, man?
So yeah, he likes it. That's, I've never seen that one before, so it's suspected synth. I've never actually seen it, but it's actually pretty good. And that did get a love from X6-88. So if you do get them quite a lot, then they're a good way to get X6-88 thingy. That was a pure random
You seem
moment.
preoccupied.
Of
Anyway,
course.
so yeah, let's
When
speak to
Father
him.
told us about
The
you
first
and
time,
who you were,
by the way.
it was clear he had certain biases. How could he not? He's your son, and proud of it. When he shared his plan for you to take his place, well, a lot of us thought that was more than just pride. It was narcissism. How would you, an outsider who knew nothing about us, run the Institute? We all had our doubts. Me, maybe more than most. But now, after watching the way you operate, well, I have to admit, I was wrong. It's clear to me now that Father knew what he was doing, and I should have trusted him.
He seems to genuinely care about the Institute. I'm sure he only wants what's best.
It's true. He's dedicated his whole life to it. I know that you haven't had much time with him, but I can tell you honestly, man, Father is a great man. I believe in his plan for the future. I'll do anything in my power to make sure that future becomes a reality. Do I like wading through the filth that is the Commonwealth and all of its vermin? Of course not. But if that's what the Institute needs me to do, then I'll do it. My point is, you should be proud to call him your son.
Why do you hate the Commonwealth and its people so much?
If the Institute represents the best of humanity, of what it can accomplish, then the Commonwealth represents the worst. It's like a rotting corpse, and the people who make their home there are like carrion worms, feeding on the filth. Soon, there will be nothing left but the Institute, and mankind will be better for it. Anyway, I've said what I wanted to say. Thanks for listening.
Okay, so that was admired. I think he speaks one more time, and then it'll be his Adelaide speech. Not 100% sure. I'm just gonna save. Okay, quick save, quick save, quick save. Alright, now I'm gonna show you like a setup to use. So if you get like a workshop bench, certain companions like it when you do that. For this instance, X6-88 does like it when you modify weapons. He also likes when you modify armor, and I think also when you modify power armor. I'm just going to show you a few setups I do with mods. I actually need some ammo, just in case something pops up. So I'm just going to show you the power armor. So, just going to get some normal power armor. Well, normal. The best power armor you can get in the game. put it over here so it's easy to do. I'm gonna put everything I want in it, and then what we're gonna do is this. That should get a like. Yes. This won't do anything else. He'll only do it once, I think, every 2 hours. So instead of sitting down and waiting 2 hours, I prefer just to get a bed out. I did this here because at Sanctuary Hills, the sleeping thing doesn't really work. It's really, really slow. That's the same at Red Rock, so this is like kind of close. So then you want to go to weapons. Just grab any weapon. Sure he likes that. Yeah, so he likes that as well. Then armor. I don't know whether power armor and armor actually count towards the same thing, but we will see. It doesn't, so that's good. Then you want to get into the power armor. You want to get in. So that equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 likes. Right, so that's 4 likes, which
Please don't run. Waste of ammo.
oh, you went flying. So yeah, that's 4 likes, which with the mod that I've got, that would equal to like 20 likes. 1 like is times by 5. I'm just going to transfer this to the morning. You would just wait 2 hours between each one. Also, because of the mod, I'm just showing you, because of the mod, the mod that I have, it kind of takes away that middle bit, so I don't have to wait 2 hours. I can just keep repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating, which is, you know, what I want to do. So if I just keep, look, I'll show you, if I just keep going, it'll just keep getting likes from it for it. So I don't have to do one, I can just do the other, and it kind of, there we go, he analyzes me already. So that shows you just how fast. So with X6-88, you only speak to him twice. You have the admired, and then he'll speak to you about his father's decision, and then he'll have the, where he like idolizes you, which wherever he is, that. So because he's an institute, there's not really a lot of things that he likes. He does have a lot of repeated actions. So just keep doing those repeated actions. So I had to do it from admired. I had to do it 1, 2, 3. I think I did it 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, which would equal to about a lot of loves. It probably won't be that much, but yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, ma'am. If you have a moment, there's...
You just keep doing it. Purely I've done this so that we can just get straight to it and finish with him, rather than me doing tons and tons of different videos. We can check on Virgil.
Right. Look, I'm not great with words. I'm more comfortable shooting people than talking to them. I'll just say that right up front. But sometimes you have to say what's on your mind because people need to hear it.
It's all right, X6. Whatever's on your mind, you can tell me.
Yeah, I'm getting to it. I'll just lay it out there. I look up to you. Now, before you give me shit about going soft or getting all emotional, just let me finish. All my life, I've always looked up to Father. You already know this. What you didn't know is, I was a lot less sure about you. I followed your orders because I had to, but you seemed, I don't know, unprepared. You looked lost and confused, maybe even scared. I didn't think you could handle this life and the work I do. I figured you'd just slow me down, or get in my way.
You weren't exactly seeing me at my best, but I understand.
Yeah, I know that now. If I've learned anything since we've been running together, it's this. Holy shit, was I wrong about you. You're as tough and determined as anyone I've met.
Love that
Maybe
bit.
more, given all the
Holy
things that have
shit.
happened to you and everything you've lost. That's impressive. What I mean is, you have a sort of focus, a will. I think you could accomplish anything that you set your mind to. I'm not only sure that you can handle the task of running the Institute, I think you'll be the best leader we've ever had.
Whoa! So, having reached the highest level of affinity with X6-88, you have received, you have gained the Shield Harmonics perk. Deeply honored.
Thanks, X6. I'm deeply honored at the compliment.
You know me well enough by now to know that I mean what I say. Anyway, that's all. Thanks for hearing me out. Now let's get back to work.
Okay, so the Shielded Harmonics perk. This is... where are we going? Yes, that's it. I couldn't think of then. Shielded Harmonics. So thanks to your relationship with X6-88, you receive plus 20% energy resistance, which is a pretty good perk. Some may think not worth the effort, but I promised you I would get all companion perks, and that is what I have done. So we are finished with all companions, and now we just have the endings to work on. We've done all the extra Institute quests, par a few that we've been locked out due to
I'm listening.
joining the railroad and things like that. So with him, I'm just going to warn you.
I'm listening. Here you go.
My final end game, I'm going to run either with the railroad or the Minutemen, depending. So you need to make sure, like where you want to place X6-88. He is going to become hostile towards you, I think. So if you keep him at,
take your time.
If you send him back to the Institute, he will stay there. If you send him to a settlement, he will become hostile when you go there. So I'm just going to dismiss him.
I think it's best if we went our separate ways.
I hate to leave you, ma'am.
So I'm going to send him to Somerville Place, because I don't really go there. When I go there, I'll just kill him. But yeah, basically that's where he's going. So we're done. We're going to go check on Virgil, and then we're going to end the video. So let's see what happens to Virgil once he's taken that experimental serum. So yeah, as you know, Dr. Virgil was a super mutant who we gave an experimental cure to, and he doesn't look like a big boy anymore.
Welcome back. It needs some refinement, but I think we can consider my serum a qualified success.
This is incredible.
It is a significant first step, but it still only works on one strain of FEV. It will take years, perhaps decades, to generalize my formula. Still, you have my gratitude. You're welcome to make use of my lab. Or help yourself to any of this junk, if you want it. In the meantime, I have a lot of experiments to run. Excuse me.
Hey there.
Sorry, I'm rather busy right now.
So that's it, he just like point blank, you know, goodbye. Don't need to speak to you anymore. That's that. Great. So yeah, so that's basically that. So from now on, we are in the last few videos, and we are going to be doing, apart from talking to him, oh, for fuck's sake. So yeah, so after this episode, we are going to be doing the main, oh, for fuck's sake, we're going to be doing the main things, the finals, the alternative endings, and I'm going to properly run through them, so there may be a little bit of repeated gameplay, but don't be too worried about it. Of course, some reactions will be different. What happens, like, I'm sure I'm going to get a negative reaction if I go with the Institute, and I'm going to get a negative reaction if I go with a positive reaction if I go with, like, the Minutemen. So I think you can really only go with the Minutemen if you've, like, consecutively gone with them the whole time. And I think you only start with the Minutemen if you get banished from the Institute, and they're, like, your way around it. We'll go over this when we are doing it. I don't know which ending I'm going to go through first.
From what I hear, that rogue sent the Libertarian.
I might go with the Institute way first. Then maybe Brotherhood, then maybe Minutemen, and then maybe Railroad. Because the Minutemen and Railroad ones kind of go together.
I hope that when the time comes, you'll take your responsibilities as director seriously.
I delivered the seeds.
But good. I trust everything went smoothly.
Does it really matter how smoothly it went?
Being a member of the Institute means it means efficiency and diligence, attention to detail, and an exacting thoroughness. It's not enough just to do a job. It must be done well. At any rate, I'm sure you did the best you could. Here you are, then. Something to aid in your future missions, courtesy of the Bioscience Division. That will be all. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Very nice. Straight up, we're going to kill him first chance I get. Okay, yes, so thank you for watching. This was Building a Better Crop and X6-88's Perk. So, join us in the next, I don't know how many videos, because it may take a few missions to finish the game properly in the different alternative endings. So, like, I know the Institute has like 4 quests to fully finish their side. Railroad have a couple, Brotherhood will have a couple, and there'll be major battles and things going on. So I will put, like, Institute ending and things like that. I'm not going to name the whole missions. I'm just going to do, like, Institute ending part 1, part 2, part 3, and then, you know, kind of go from there. So that's how you can get through it. If you've been watching them and you haven't realised that, this is where you can find that information on how to interpret how I upload my videos. But hopefully it shouldn't be too confusing for people. Anyway, this is Belle. Thank you for watching. I do hope you like these videos, and I do hope you have clicked that like button when you've watched them, as well as subscribe to my channel and have the notifications on so you know when I've uploaded new videos. I have been putting a lot of videos up for Fallout 4, and I will continue to do so, even with the DLCs. But I have a lot of new games lined up. I am planning on playing The Witcher, which I've never played before, which sounds really good. And I am planning on playing, I don't know, I've got a few other games like Lara Croft, the new DLC that we're going to be getting for Fallout 76, kind of doing a recap since I haven't played in like a year. I don't think I've played Fallout 76 because I just hate it. So hopefully with the addition of the new NPCs it will make it more interesting, revert it back to the true Fallout that we all know and love. But yeah, so thank you for watching. This is Belle, and goodbye.